What's happening, Facebook? Am I live?
You're live.
All right. He gave me 3, 2, 1, and then he confused the shit out of me. So, what's happening, Facebook? Good to see you guys. I'm here with Mr. Lorenzo Martinez.
What's up, social media? How you doing?
Yeah, my boy Zoe. We've known each other a long time, and we're now currently happily married together. Is that what I say? Happily married together.
Oh yeah, I was in your wedding. No.
It wasn't my wedding. I'm just with Next Level Performance.
Oh yeah, that too.
We're happily married together with Next Level Performance. We have another partner, Mr. Matt Helmer, not with us tonight. But guys, we wanted to come up and say what's up to you guys and give you guys a little bit of knowledge today on getting out of your comfort zone, which is something that is huge, right?
Yeah.
Especially getting into business. But I want to talk to I don't know how your guys' week went. My week was absolutely amazing. It was an emotional roller coaster, ups and downs. How was your week, buddy?
It was pretty good. We did some posting on Facebook and try to keep ourselves busy, keep ourselves motivated, and that's a hard thing to do, especially when things aren't really going the way that you want them to.
Yeah.
So you just have to remain positive and focus on things coming up and things that are going to make you grow.
Right, I agree. And being positive, I will tell you, I love Lorenzo. It's an area he can work on. We recognize it. So I dropped a little bit on my week. I hope you guys had an amazing week. My week, we had an awesome week. Got some shitty news there. I was at the gym. We go to Valhalla, killing it. Obviously, Jake Draper, the mad muscle mania scientist or whatever the hell he is, pushed me a little too far. No, I'm not going to say he pushed me too low. I pushed myself far. I had a hernia, and my hernia bulged, which is a thing, or ruptured, which is a thing. I didn't think it was a big deal. Went into the surgeon this morning, got an appointment, and guess what?
They're gonna put you.
I got surgery in 2 days.
They're gonna put you down.
They didn't mess around. He said, "Oh, yes, you have a bad hernia." And
You've had that for a while.
I've had 5 years. I've had this hernia
yeah.
for 5 years. I'll tell you a funny story about this hernia. Not that you tune in to watch my hernia stories, but I want to tell you.
Was I there? Was I there for your hernia?
No. I was actually. So I was using the bathroom. Gave an extra hard push and got a hernia. That's the God's honest truth.
Well,
but the second hernia, I have no clue how I got. But this is what I was gonna do a little rant on Facebook. I'm not good at rants, but health insurance, Obamacare, something that I love to talk about. I'm in health insurance, or my team's in health insurance, but our premiums were gonna go up in 2018 to $1,200 a month for myself, my wife, and my 3 kids, and $1,200 a month. I won't name the company, and they had a $14,000 deductible.
Will you tell me that company later? So
you never use them. It's a pretty popular company too. But this is what I was thinking though. I went in for my hernia today, and my surgery is going to cost me right around $13,000. The wonderful people at Cadillac, the Surgeon Center, and the hospital are going to work with me on payments with some money down, which is nice of them.
Yep.
Which is nice of them because I need the hernia surgery. But I thought about this when I was leaving. I wouldn't even have touched my deductible with a $13,000 procedure. I still would have paid all of this on top of my $1,200 a month because my family deductible was $14,000.
But guess what?
Ugh.
$1,000 from that, you would have been scot-free.
Scot-free, yeah. So Jake Draper was making fun of me. He goes, out of all the people I know that should have insurance is the guy peddling insurance. I thought that's pretty funny, you know what I mean? That is pretty funny. But guys, so I get to go have a hernia surgery on Friday. So next Tuesday, maybe I'll be on a couple pain pills. Yeah. I have to reschedule my whole week, which is pretty hard. And then it's exciting today for Lorenzo too. I partnered with a company called S&A Design, and these guys are getting ready to come into our mutual building, and we have Next Level and 180 Works Ave, and they're coming into 180 Works Ave, and they're going to have their sign shop in there, and so we're going to give them a plug. You know, we're excited to have them in. They're a good, reputable company that's been around for a while. They're based out of Lake City, and they're now partnered up with us, and we're going to take them to the next level, which is exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. It's there's not a lot of people in the area that are doing signs anymore, or they're getting out of it. So it's going to be beneficial for us if we can get a niche in that market.
Yeah.
This gentleman, Shane is his name.
Shane, yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's very reputable, and I'm hoping we can help him out and get him going.
Yeah, so if you guys are in the Cadillac area, like I said, we don't normally plug any of our businesses, but we're going to plug this one pretty good. They're brand new S&A design. They're going to be at 180 Works Ave. These guys do signs, banners, big signs, little signs.
Wraps.
Wraps, yep, do wraps. And so they're going to start it. They do imprints on we do T-shirts, we do coffee mugs, we can do pretty much anything. And so that's exciting. That's a step up for our location there. And so keep that in mind, guys. We want to launch this company. We want to launch it hardcore. They're moving in the next couple days.
Yep.
Which is awesome as well for us. And so what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about getting out of our comfort zone and how that's important. And in some areas that directly affect Lorenzo, what we're going through as we're in business. Obviously, we're in business together. Like I said, Zoe's been one of my best friends for a long time. When we met, we didn't get along. Actually, we didn't get along. I thought Lorenzo was a complete asshole. He is a complete asshole. Just in case anybody knows.
I can't.
No, but we rubbed each other the wrong way at first, and we've come a long ways, man.
We've seen each other grow for sure. I mean, I've known.
That's why
you've lived in some or had some situations that were
rough, dude.
Rough, yeah. And I always had your back though. I always
started from the bottom. Now we're here. So you know what? It's funny though. Before I ever partnered with Zoe, he used to tell me how proud of me he was. I haven't heard that shit one time since we partnered together. I mean, not one time.
No, I think when you got married to Abe, I said, "Hey, I'm proud of you."
Yeah. We're just joking. We're just having a good time. Right, we're just having a good time. But when we meet, we met back in 2000 and
man, it was 2008, 2007.
I was gonna say 9.
Maybe.
I was gonna say 9.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, it was before that, but I took a break off college. I was going to college. Actually, when I was working at ABC Warehouse, I was going to college, and I took a break and I went and started working at ABC full time. And Lorenzo was the garage manager there, and he was a dickhead, man. Oh man, I'm not even joking.
I tried to run a tight ship.
I was all of 20 years old. I don't even think I was old enough to drink alcohol then. And he used to make fun of me. What did you used to say? Where are you from?
Well, yeah, because you were all big and bad, hyping up and everything like that. I was like, oh man, this guy's tough. So I asked him, I was like, where are you from, man? He's like, from Mesa. Oh, snap. You from the hood of Mesa. You're hardcore, dude.
Yeah. That happened like my second week there. That's a true story. So I'm not going to say
I like to keep it real,
He's an asshole. So, no, it's not. A lot of personal growth goes. What happens, I talked about today, we got my wife and I, as some of you guys might saw, we put our Cadillac up for sale. I love that car dearly. And my wife's getting ready to have child number 4. So she needs a new vehicle. And so we went and drove Denali today. We ended up, I don't know if I should tell you guys this. We ended up compromising. We wanted an SUV, a full-size SUV with third row seats. I didn't want to leave the Cadillac.
So you got to get
So we got an Escalade with third row seating. And
it's nice.
It's nice. It's brand new. It's nice. But
when you open the door, it's like, oh.
But what I'm getting at there is that, like, we had struggles. I have a repo on my record. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there was a point to this story. I wasn't just telling you to brag. I got a new Escalade. No, there was a point to it from humble beginnings. Wells Fargo called me up, and they actually had to do an interview with me because the credit was good and the income was good, but I have a repo on my record, and that repo was back from when I was with my ex Tanya.
The Trailblazer?
The Trailblazer, yep. Yeah. I had a repo on my record with the Trailblazer. See, Zoe and I have been friends for a long time. That was years ago. And what happened was I got a DUI back in 12 or 13, and I had my head right up my ass. I just left a really good financial company because Tanya and I split up, and I just wasn't on my game. I was going through a rough time. I thought partying was real important. I didn't have the twins yet, right? My son Eli, he was young. He was little. I think we split up when he was 2, and so I just wasn't in the right place, and I ended up getting a DUI. And during the course of that DUI, I made some other questionable decisions that denied and revoked my bond. And I went to jail, and I went to jail for 93 days. And during that 93 days, I think we got back on some payments. And then when I got out, I wasn't working, and we lost that vehicle. It was a rough time. But I had to tell the guy that I was talking to at Wells Fargo today, I had to tell him that story. And when I'm telling him the story, it keeps you humble. And I actually told the guy, this big banker, and I'm talking about financing this pretty expensive Escalade, and then questioning to give me the loan because of it. I actually had to say, like, man, from humble beginnings though, like that's where I was. This isn't who I am now. So people change, and you guys got to realize that's a big part. And so there was a purpose of that story, a purpose that brings you back. There's going to be times, no matter where you're at in life, that there's going to be something that humbles you from the past before.
Sometimes you got to go through some humility in order to...
humility. Well, I always say this too, it's real important. It's not what we're working on some quotes right now. This is important, Rob, but it's not what you're going through, it's what you're growing through. And I think that's extremely important because
absolutely,
we're never just going through the motions, guys. We're always growing through a situation that whether pass or fail, whether we make a gain or whether we completely fucking fumble the ball, we are going to find value or learn a lesson from it, right? I say that I failed my way to success. You failed your way to this point. But by failing, we've learned, and not only by learning, but now we're learning the right things to do things. Right. Glenn Small, I haven't talked to Glenn in a while. I'm glad that Glenn and I are talking again. We had a small little miscommunication there, a fallout for a little bit, but Glenn's one of my good friends, and Glenn said something to me on my Facebook page the other day. He said, I'm trying to think of the exact quote. I don't know if he saw this. He said, don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't fail, or something along those lines. And that's extremely true, right? That's money, man. If you do something so much and you practice so hard, it's not about doing it until you get it right. It's about doing it so much with repetition, right? Just like your skill set, until you just know it, dude. It's an anomaly when you fuck it up.
And that's the thing. When you finally get into something where you're very, very good at, you got to start doing other things to expand yourself, to grow even more.
If you're not growing, if you're not moving forward, you're getting pushed back.
Like I've done cars, several cars that are the same make and model, and I've done installations, the same. But sometimes I'll go in there and be like, what if I try it this way, or what if I do it this way? Sometimes you might surprise yourself, and you might find something that's going to work a little bit better.
This guy, he goes, I hired him on. What's up, Meeker? Yeah, winners never quit. Jared, what's up? If you guys got questions, do me a favor. If you guys got questions, drop your questions for Lorenzo. We're going to get into his story in a minute. Do me a favor, like and share the podcast. Let's, if you ain't first, you're last. If you guys do me a favor, like and share the podcast. Let's get this out there. I want to build it up. 2018 is going to be our fucking year. Yeah. But so Lorenzo gets on, and he's working with
brand new beginnings.
Yeah. Sure. And so Lorenzo gets on, and he's working with me, and he's talking about doing new things, right? Talking about doing new things, and I got this guy. He works on car audio. He does remote starts. He was having problems one day. I come out in the garage, and he's frustrated, and I'm typical Ryan, right? It's like 5 o'clock. I walk to that back garage, and I crack a beer, right? He gets mad at me. I'm not allowed to drink in the showroom. So I walk out, and I crack a beer in the back, and I sit there. What are you doing, Zoe? He said, I'm working on this car, Ryan. I said, oh, all right. You look a little frustrated. What's going on? He said, well, I'm having a hard time figuring this out. And he goes, if you're working on it, you'd be frustrated too, or something along those lines. And you kept working on it. And I said, you'll get it. And you were getting irritated that I was standing there still. I was just watching. Like 5 or 6 minutes goes by. And I'm just watching. I go, Zoe, you know why I'm not worried at all? I go, because I got the best goddamn mechanic or tech in the entire world working on this stuff. And so I know no matter what issue you come up against, no matter what problem you have, I have the best person to do it, right? I couldn't ask for anybody better. If I was going to call somebody, who would I call? Lorenzo, right? And I'm not trying to blow his fucking head up, but Joe has people calling him all the time. And I'll be honest with you, Andrew, if you're watching, I'm like, dude, tell him to send the business over. Stop helping him fix it all, right? But it's fine. They've been friends for a long time too, and I get that. I get that. So, Mike, you dropped a good one, man. What's your biggest fear of leaving your comfort zone? We're going to talk about that because I made Zoe get out of his comfort zone, right? So do me a favor. Give me just a couple minutes on who you are, what you've done, a little bit of background, and then let's talk about blowing up, getting out of your comfort zone, and what we did. And there's some Les Brown quote that I'm going to get out before the end of the day. You probably already know it.
Brown.
Oh, but I love it. It's fire. We're getting ready to go to 10X GrowthCon here. I think we're at 37 days. We got most of our Keystone Retirement Services team going this year. Next year, when they have the 10X GrowthCon, I'm taking every fucking company we have. We got 6 companies now. One day I'm gonna put myself in Ugly Badger shoes. I'm gonna be part of that too, but not yet. I'm gonna make these guys go too. Rob Sapp and I got some big shit going one of these days. We're gonna make something happen. But tell us a little bit about yourself, Lorenzo.
I was born in a small town called Pawpaw. I lived in Madawan.
He's Madawan, bro. I was gonna say, Zoe is the American dream. He come from Mexico. He got his green card. He built his stuff from the ground up.
Well,
I'm just picking.
I'm second generation American. I will.
What? I don't know that.
Well, my grandparents were from Mexico, so
okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like math.
I'm just picking on you.
We can do that. We've known each other that long. I was interested in mechanics, electronics, stuff like that. My parents would always get pissed off at me because every new toy I got, I'd take it apart trying to figure out how it worked and then never put it back together again. So I'd have all these broken toys everywhere. But, it just led to me wanting to do small engines, so I did that in high school. I started getting into mechanics. I went to automotive college. I actually did an apprenticeship while I was in high school in a dealership. So I did quite a few things with the dealership while I was still in school. Went to Northwestern College in Lima, Ohio. Woo! So graduated from there, and I went back to the dealership. But at that point, wrenching wasn't really a big thing for me. I felt I was taken advantage of. I did quite a bit and got paid very minimal. So I branched out and started doing different things. Got married. Got divorced.
That's a common story. Yeah. I just pick on Zoe. I've known Zoe a long time. I pick on Zoe.
And,
believe it or not, I'm going to cut him off. This guy, he used to look like Troy Polamalu. I don't know if I messed his name up, but when I saw pictures, I didn't know Zoe back then, but I saw a picture. This guy had wavy locks, the curliest perm wavy locks, all the way down his back. He looked like a midget Samoan. But he's Mexican, so he's not a midget Samoan. I'm just picking on him.
I donated my hair to Locks of Love, so that's nice. The reason why I grew it out. I wanted to give back, and so that was one way I thought I could give back, and I didn't have to always keep my hair trimmed. So
I'll give him this too. For his age, I won't tell him his age. He looks younger than me too. You know what I mean?
We age well. We age gracefully. When I mean we, I mean Mexicans. So.
Drew Baker, man, I appreciate that. He sent some love over there. Drew Baker works at Brett and Baker Chevrolet. That's nice. It's almost like you own it now. Brett and Baker Chevrolet, formerly known as Godfrey's Chevrolet. Yep. But they sent us over some vehicles, and they help us, man. We're a new business. We're just getting going, and I got the best guy in the industry working for me or working with me. Don't let me fuck that up. He does not work for me. He works with me. We work together. But these guys, they send over stuff and they help us out. They send us over a couple radios and remote starts. Yep. And Drew, I tell you what, man, you're watching. We appreciate that shit.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
That little bit that we make, that little bit of profit we make, and we don't make a ton, man. We try to stay competitive with our prices.
Absolutely.
As a small business, man, we really grind and we work hard and we appreciate that greatly. We support local.
And I'm very meticulous about what I do.
Oh my God, it's anal as shit. Actually, it's good. It's good, but oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's very appreciative that you guys send stuff. Where I used to work at, I did a lot for them there as well.
So tell me, how many years you got in the industry?
With my previous employer, I've had about 14 and a half years.
Yeah. Loyal motherfucker.
Always in automotive though. Always in automotive, and car audio was my niche though. That's your
passion.
Yeah,
you like doing big systems.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm an asshole sometimes, because of the fact that I am just so passionate about what I do. If you're not passionate about what you do and you don't and can't show that emotion to people, they're not gonna understand. They're not gonna think you're passionate about it.
I understand. I agree.
So yeah, I can be a little retentive and meticulous and stuff like that, but that's what I think separates me from the rest too.
No, it is. It is 100%. I tell my partner in Keystone, Mark Gleason, right? So at Keystone, I do have a partner, and he's kind of like he's kind of like a behind the scenes guy, because I run the sales and direct the sales and do everything like that, and I do it for the Cadillac branch and the Grand Rapids branch. But he makes sure shit's running on point. And there's times I'm way laid back. Like, I'm super laid back. Like, if shit falls through, we'll roll with the punches, right? But that's just my personality. Mark Gleason, dude, he does not fuck around. Like you can't get nothing by him, and that's why we're such a good partnership. And I'm not saying he's an uptight asshole.
You need that yin and that yang.
Right. You need that yang to your yin, right? Yeah. And so my partner, Mark Gleason, dude, he makes Keystone as successful as I make it, because we work perfectly. And that's the same thing with Zoe. It's like, sometimes, man, Zoe calls me with some dumb shit. I'm like, Zoe, dude, I don't care if we don't have one extra zip tie for this stupid ass wire. Just put it under the carpet and zip it down. He goes, but I gotta put my name on it. And I go buy zip ties. So I don't even know why you're calling me to buy $3 zip ties. Go buy them. I just wanted to clear it with you. So those are some things.
Communication,
What did you
say? Yeah. There is no such thing as over communicating.
I tell everybody
that.
You're getting something. Rob said, you better write this shit down. I say that all the time. There's no such thing as over communication. Let's get to some of these questions. I see some questions rolling in. So Mike Meeker dropped on me. How many people ask you how you've been on overnight success? I don't know if that's directed towards. I assume not to be arrogant, I assume it's directed toward me.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, there's no overnight success, dude. I've been grinding my ass off. I've been working my ass every single day. I'm starting to get a little more attention now with the motivational speaking and the podcast and the businesses where we actually got a lot of attention today with partnering with SNA. I probably got 30 messages today, maybe 10 or 15 phone calls, people wanting me to partner with them, people wanting me to do things. We're taking every company we partner with, and this isn't arrogant, dude. I'm like, my passion is business. Right, if there's one thing I got in life, it's understanding of how to do business. I barely fucking made my way through high school and college, and so I understand this. I get this. I'm passionate about what I do, guys. This is not easy. This is hard. And it takes a lot of work, and it also is hard keeping people like fucking Zoe in check sometimes. When they're running Jake Hendrickson, dude, he is a headstrong motherfucker. Dark Side Studios, he's super headstrong, and so him and I gotta work together a lot. But so, guys, I'll tell you that I've been in this now. I've been doing this for 5 years. My overnight success is every single day, 365 days a year times 5. Man, we don't ever stop. We don't ever quit working. Grant Cardone says the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They say, you're an overnight success. He goes, man, my overnight success is the last 20 fucking years.
Right.
Working and grinding. And one day, when preparation meets opportunity, one day something will catapult me. And so I appreciate that question, Mike Meeker.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I got out of the comfort zone. Was because I saw myself as doing more. I saw myself, not that. I guess I felt a little stagnant in what was going on, and so I took the first leap, and I actually moved to Mount Pleasant,
dude,
Mount Pleasant.
I'm gonna cut you off for a second. I'm a big supporter, man. I'm a big supporter of Zoe and a lot of things he does. I saw the potential in him when he moved to Mount Pleasant. I was not a supporter. I was one of the first ones to tell you, dumb, dude, dumb.
And you'd always, every time you saw him, how's Mount Pleasant treat you?
Oh yeah, dude. Because it's not that I didn't support him. I knew Lorenzo had potential, man. But instead of moving to another company, open your own shit. Let's do something. And so it took time to have things fall in place for us to work together.
Well, and things happen for a reason.
But like even with me, you're one of my best friends, and it's vice versa. I'd like to.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to
absolutely.
think.
I consider you a brother for sure.
So, but when I tell him that, like, it's got to have some gravity. Like, you mean, like, man, Ryan, don't think like. I support you. I even tell him, Joe, I'll support you in anything I do or anything you do. Right. And he called me and say, I took the position. I fucking retard. No, and I tell him, you're stupid. But you did it. You did it. Yeah. And you just have a phenomenal potential. But anyways, that's. I try to be supportive all the time, guys, but I'm not always the most supportive. And sometimes.
Well, you saw something that I didn't, and sometimes it takes a different, perspective. And again, I'm very headstrong as well too. I do what I want, when I want, how I want.
Ask for another day off without it affecting the salary this week. That's a new one.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Wait, this ain't a conversation for the podcast. Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
But I made a choice thinking that it was going to benefit me, but it didn't pan out. And things happen for a reason, and. I prayed. I did. I prayed that things would.
Zoe's very religious.
And he, you called me up. You called me up and was like, "Hey, I need you to check something out."
Yeah, because I had an opportunity in front of me. I don't have this. This doesn't happen very often. I had an opportunity in front of me to partner with Matt Helmer, and I thought, boy, I know Matt Helmer, knows his industry, but he didn't really have the client base, and I didn't have the knowledge to go above and beyond. And I thought, yeah, I know somebody that does. I know a guy. And the deal that we did with Matt Helmer was contingent on you coming on board.
Right.
And I wouldn't have done it without him. I knew this was like kind of Zoe's calling to have his own shop.
Every time people ask me, so when are you going to open your own? I'd always tell them, 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. I've been asked quite often. Where when I was with my previous employer, and I just. I wanted to. I always wanted to. It just that things weren't in the stars or in the cards or whatever at that point in time. But everything happens within its own time. And when you approached me, I took it as a sign, and so I jumped right on board.
So we're in a new location tonight. I hope the audio is better. If you guys have noticed that's dope. We're in a new spot. I will tell you that I wore this 18-pound sweater because we're normally in the back of Next Level Performance, and it's cold. Most people don't know that. We were in the back of up until now, we were in the back of a garage.
But Rob sat. He does some
magic.
Boy,
Rob sat pulled some shit too. Yeah. But what I'm getting at right now is I'm sweating my ass off back here because I was expecting to be in a cold garage, and Rob pulled this off, and so...
I'm tropical, so I'm comfortable right now.
Yeah, you're foreign. We don't call it tropical. We call it foreign. But anyway, so let's get on this. Mike and Abby, I appreciate your guys' support, asking us some questions. So Mike said, "What made you leave your comfort zone other than me calling you? What was that?"
I wanted to come back home. That was one thing. I missed my kids. I was away from them.
You got two beautiful kids. Long. So this thing, like, he's one of my best friends. I haven't seen Declan since he was like 4 months old. And how old is he now?
He's 2.
And I see Zoe every day. And he has this kid a lot. And so I think he just doesn't want me. I'm a bad influence on children. I think that's what he's trying to tell me.
I brought him over once or twice.
He's worried that the monkeys are going to attack him.
No, the monkeys are awesome. I like the monkeys, especially when they lick my hair.
Eli says the same thing. Eli goes, "Dad, I love it when Rocco licks my hair." I go, "You're weird." And then a 40-year-old version of a young child says, "I love it when they lick my hair."
I'm a kid at heart,
That's right.
The monkeys are cool. I like them. They get a little rambunctious at times, but.
So you wanted to come home. You wanted to come home.
You wanted to come home.
Your kids.
Yep, and just some ethical and moral issues that I was having there. And that's a big thing for me. I want to be fair. I like to be fair. I like to, don't get me wrong, I like to make money, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, remember that when we're cutting your paycheck.
But I just felt that it wasn't the place for me, morally and ethically. And this was a way to have a new beginning, a new start.
We have a hell of a new start, too.
Yeah, and do things, how I've always wanted to do them. And with the help of Matt Helmer, he's we partnered up and we got things rolling. We got things rolling and we're steadily growing. Obviously, I've been in the industry a little bit more than he has, and so we're trying to grow off each other and learn new things, learn different things. I was always in the mainstream stuff. He's dealt with a lot of the not so much heard of brands, but they're really good brands, and I've been very surprised with the things that aren't in mainstream right now, which are going to be coming up though, and I believe are going to become mainstream for all you bass heads and stuff like that.
Bass heads. Bass heads.
There's a lot of different products out there. Not only just the name brands, some not so name brand stuff that's really good.
Yeah. So we'll jump on to Abby. I'm gonna touch on a couple of things with you that I think are important. But Abby asked, what are some of your major goals, and what do you want to do with your company? What do you want to blow next level to be?
My major goal is to.
I'll tell you, a big major goal for all three of us: 6 figures. Oh, six figure years. If we can do 6 figures, guys, you have a partnership. Partnerships are hard. Business is hard in general. Having 3 partners in a company, 3 minds working together, it takes backing, knowledge, and client base and customer service, and having that, it makes it harder. I'm not going to lie to you. And so what we have to do is we have to offer more things than we've ever offered before. Like Zoe will tell you, he ripped a motor out of a truck and replaced it. That ain't what he signed up for. Right? Like, that's not the shit he signed up for. Right now we're pulling a motor out of a mud truck and doing the suspension kit on a mud truck. That's not what I pitched him on when I said, come to the next level. Come work with me, right? But we're adapting because we're going to take the shit to the next level, and you know it.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I mentioned before, that you always have to try different things so that way you're not stagnant.
Getting out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely,
right? Like getting out of your comfort zone.
I've done mechanics before.
I pulled the truck in. I pulled the truck. It's a 2007.
I never pulled a motor though.
Yeah, 2007 Chevy.
Mine engine repair. Yeah, but
Chevy pickup truck. It's got a 5.3. It's a 8-cylinder, 4-cylinder shutdown. And I pull it in. I said, Zoe, pull it. And he goes, okay. I said, Stu said he's going to help you. I love Stu. Listen, I love Stu. Stu was just as good of a supervisor as I was. He didn't do shit. At least he told him what to do a little bit. But I just stood there and helped. I think I took like 2 or 3 bolts out of the motor the whole time.
Yeah,
I helped him pull it out. I helped pull it out.
Yeah,
so I helped a little bit on it.
The trans and the motor. So.
Yeah. I think we just gotta set ourselves out there. We gotta do some different stuff. And so I was like, let's do it, dude. And he got it done. And it's something that he didn't sign up for. A big part of
the cool thing about it is the accomplishments that I made on that make me feel proud.
Put it on your resume.
Yeah,
except you can't fucking leave.
So just add it to the notch on the belt, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
But major goal though, become a saint. That's my.
I knew that was coming.
Become a saint.
Right.
No, employment wise or job wise, I'd like to open up more than just this shop.
Well, that's the goal for everybody. Yeah. A lot of people have a disconnect on that. I will tell you right away that everybody that I'm partnered with, that I'm in business with, like, guys, you can do so much. You know what I mean? You can do so much. We're working on the companies we have, but my passion is motivational speaking. Obviously, there's a reason why I'm sitting in front of you guys in this podcast, and it says Ryan Kelly Motivation above my head. I want to get my name out there. I want to do more, right? I want to get some fucking fire under some people. And I curse a little bit, but I don't think that's gonna stop me. My wife, she's looking a little pregnant over there on the floor. I love you, baby. We find out she's 16 weeks tomorrow. 16 weeks tomorrow. We find out boy or girl. I know. I've been picking on her a lot. She's starting. My wife is very, very thin. Most of you guys know my wife. She's a little tiny thing. But she's starting to get a pregnant belly, and I've been picking on her a little bit about it.
Hey, can I pick the name?
Is it Lorenzo Martinez Jr.?
You said if it's a boy, it's Stu.
If it's a boy, it's Stu. Her name is Stuart. I don't think I can do that. Actually, dude, I went to the UP with this guy named...
I'm pretty sure I agreed with him because I'm so sold on the fact that it's not a fucking boy.
Yeah, my wife wants a girl. We all want a girl real bad. But I went up to the UP with this guy named Kendrick, and I really like the name Kendrick a lot. A lot.
Kendrick Lamar.
But anyway, so Matt Helmer says six figures would be easy very soon. I agree with that. Congratulations on your new son, Abby says. Ooh, Abby, you are going to get your ass whooped by April. Or fired. We took that power away from April today. She wanted to fire everybody.
I'm surprised she hasn't wanted to fire me. Wait,
she
have wanted to fire
she
me.
has wanted to fire you. We had talked some sense in her one time.
I love you, April.
Yeah, Abby says there's no reason with the three of you working together you can't get seven figures. I tell you what, dude, 7 figures. We've been making some shit happen. 7 figures.
Hey,
$333,000. Yeah, a year in
Sky's
profit.
the limit,
That's
man.
where it's at. That's where it's at.
You know, we just gotta keep continuing to grow and advance our skills.
So I'll tell you this too. So let's get into this. I want to touch on this. We got a lot of questions in. I appreciate it. Mike Escalera says, "What's your drive? What makes you keep pushing?" I'll tell you this. You know, and I know this is more for Zoe, but I'm gonna answer it too. Man, it's purpose, right? It's absolute purpose. Like I want to help better people. I honestly believe this. This is gonna sound very, very bold. I honestly believe, thanks, Abe, she always does that once a podcast. Guys, if you're watching, please make sure that you like this, share this. We do want to reach other people. Please share it. But I honestly believe that anybody that I come in contact with, anybody that's in my circle of friends, I help take them to the next level. I don't think I got one friend that I see on a daily basis, other than like Stu, that I see on a daily basis, and we use him a lot, that we haven't upped their fucking game and done something. We partnered with Jake Hendrickson. We partnered with you. We're partnering with a lot of people. You know, if you're in my close friends group, we'll find a way to find your passion and make it successful. But I truly believe that, you know, helping people achieve greatness in life and doing more, that's what it is for me. And I know our children are huge to what we want to do.
Yeah. They're my foundation.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a single parent, and so you know, and being able to provide for them by myself is a goal. You know, it's a goal. It's something you gotta work on every day. And, you know, it's tough sometimes. It's tough when you work and then you get the kids and then you're at home and you want to spend time with them and help them grow and help nurture them, but you're falling asleep.
I get it. So let me get into this. I want to get into a little bit of this here. So we've been in business for 4 months now at Next Level Performance. Yeah, 4 or 5 months at Next Level Performance. And it hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies. Yeah. And so I want to talk about that because when we brought Lorenzo over, we built some hype up. You know, the secret partner, the silent partner, the person that was coming. We were gonna bring some fire with Lorenzo coming on board. We did bring some fire. Lorenzo's reputation's helped us get to another level. People know him all around this area. But we've been in business 4 months. We've had weeks with great profit. We've had weeks with last week $150 split between 3 people. Guys, this shit ain't easy. At profit, that's real. I'm not making that up. The last week was $150 between 3 people in profit. You split that. I think our checks were $52.66 a piece. And so,
$69.43.
Yeah, it isn't easy, right? Like getting in business isn't easy. It is a jump, man. Yeah. It is a jump. It is hard. It's not going to happen overnight. And so what are some problems?
That was one of the things that getting out of my comfort zone as well was, I knew it wasn't going to be, well, I felt that I was going to have a following. And I humbled myself because it wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
You thought that we would have more business based on your name.
Right.
And we've been doing all right.
A lot of people still didn't know that I was back in the area.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. What was your famous saying about how businesses fail?
Obscurity. Obscurity is the number one reason small businesses fail. People don't know who you are and what you offer in a timely manner, and you go out of business.
Yeah, I mean that's where we got to get ourselves out there. We got to get ourselves out there. We got to promote ourselves, and you got to you got to step out of those boundaries. At my previous employer, it was done for me. I didn't have to do anything. I just sat back and I just waited.
That's the hardest thing. I'll tell you this right now. I told Zoe this before. The hardest thing that I've had to overcome with Zoe is he's been, and this is not meant in a negative manner at all. He has been an employee for so long, it's hard to have a business mindset. He's got the business mindset, all right? He's getting the business mindset, but he's been with an employee for so long that there's new challenges that we have to overcome. And it's not bad.
No,
there's nothing bad
you
about
know,
it.
and I like the challenge. You know, the challenge for me is helping me grow.
I don't offer health insurance.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. But you know, it makes me get my brain thinking. You know, it's like, what can I do? What should I do? What can I do to get more business in? What you know, what marketing strategies can we use? You know, just try to keep myself going and motivated. That was pretty hard because, you know, before I could just sit down and just wait. No, now it's you. I have to go out and I have to present myself. We have to present ourselves so that way people know that we're here. People know what we're all about.
Well, and that, you know, Matt Helmer says bigger projects give us the wow factor. Bigger projects would be great. I think that doing a great job and having phenomenal customer service is going to do us good. We have Matt Helmer brought to the table. The hell is it? What do we do? Breathalyzers.
Oh, yeah, the Michigan Interlock.
Michigan Interlock. Matt Helmer had Michigan Interlock. It's hilarious, actually. We do breathalyzers for vehicles for the guys that get DUIs and go on probation.
We're probably going to get that.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm not gonna lie. From 2013, guys, I have a restricted license. Zoe has a restricted license. When we go to get that back one day, we're probably both going to be customers of our own business.
I hope we get an employee discount.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what they do. But you know, it's kind of funny. But you know, life molds you in unique ways, and you're always, again, it's not what you're going through; it's what you're growing through. But one of my biggest challenges is with Zoe is getting that business like mindset,
right.
and getting him to know that he's not an employee of anybody, right? He says, yeah, but at the end of the day, you call the shots. Yeah, but Zoe, fuck, dude, we're partners, man. Like we're partners. Let's work together. Let's get some shit. Let's get some shit going, and let's make some stuff happen. And
that's where communication comes into. You have to be able to openly talk about things.
You have to be able to talk about constructive criticism.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
It's tough, man. I tell Zoe, there is times, dude, like, Zoe, I haven't heard anyone's lately other than the health insurance thing you gave me shit about.
I'm older than what I look, so I need it.
Yeah, but there's
geriatric.
times where I gotta tell Zoe, like, man, motherfucker, you are just bitching today. I do, dude. Like, you are just bitching today.
I get in my moods. I
gotta, like, shut my door and be like, get out of my office, dude. I can't take this negativity. I got 5 other companies to run, goddamn.
Yeah, it's something that and obviously I've been working on it because you haven't heard me bitch or moan or complain or anything as of late.
Come down and sell tickets to us for a raffle like it's his damn job. I'm gonna get you some tickets to sell for Next Level.
It's for a good cause, and you could be a winner. You could win $1,000.
Dude, if I win $1,000, I'll tell you what. If I win $1,000 off that ticket that I didn't want and that you made me sign up for,
it's for my child's education as well. So
okay,
I mean, it benefits a lot.
I'll put $1,000 in product back in the company if I win.
All right, that'll help.
Yeah. So what? So we're 4 months in right now. Matt Helmer says actually there is. I'm not sure what you're referring to, man. We talked a lot, and so if you hit on the comment we had, I apologize. And just so you guys know, there's also a small delay in this. So like as we say it, you guys see it like 5-10 seconds later, and so things pop up a little bit differently.
I got even more drag on mine. So.
He's got a Samsung phone. It takes like 8 months to get to his phone. I'm just picking on him. He gives my iPhone shit all the time. But what are some problems?
Can we talk about what it's being used right now?
I got a roll of duct tape holding up my iPhone. Normally we have the read signs. We moved, and so
knock my Samsung with its cool little.
Yeah, with this cool little. That's about the only cool thing a Samsung does.
It does its job.
All right. I'm pretty sure I paid for that phone too. Anyways,
you might have.
I'm just picking on it. Guys, hey, I hate to keep telling you this, but make sure that you like and share the podcast. Let's get some...
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's get some people out there. Let's get some people into it. I know that this year I have a goal. So here's something off topic completely. my very, 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 very first, very drunk, very long, first ever video I put up came up last night.
Oh, yeah?
My very first live video I ever did. It wasn't live. I recorded it. I was relatively intoxicated. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I had like a message fucking burning inside me.
Oh,
I watched
is
the
that
video.
when I knocked on the door?
No,
Or that was a different time?
different time.
Okay.
Different
all right.
time. And I watched that video the other night, dude, and it was sloppy. Right? I've come a long ways in a year. A long ways in a year. With my speaking, right? Not the ums and the ahs. Like, it was bad. But that and ah video that was 30 minutes long and 20 minutes of it was and ah and silent pauses trying to think of what I was going to say next, that video still got me fucking fired up.
Yeah.
And I watched that video the other night, all 31 minutes of it, and I was absolutely pumped about it. Mike Escalera, man, thanks for the share. I appreciate it. I was all pumped about it. But so this is like my 1 year, 1 day marker, man, of doing live videos. And we come a long ways from using the phone. Now we got a podcast. We're making stuff happen. And I'm excited about it. 1 year from today, I'm curious to see where we're at, what we're doing, what we're pushing, and who we're helping. We get a lot of messages, people going through tough times and wanting help. We've helped a lot of people in the last year. We've helped people gain motivation in themselves. We've helped people problem solve, right? And so one of the things that when I brought Zoe over, we did a live video. Zoe wasn't sure that he could do it. Zoe wasn't sure that he could fulfill what we were trying to do and bring enough to the table. And I told Zoe, and I said this, the other week in our podcast, sometimes Les Brown, right? I said I was going to get this out.
Mr. Brown.
Sometimes, Matt Helmer, thanks for the share, man. Sometimes you have to believe in somebody's belief in you until your belief kicks in.
Right.
That's huge, man. Sometimes you have to believe in somebody else's belief in you until your belief kicks in. And on some levels, those super spiritual. I will tell you that I'm not, okay? I'm not, don't down on me for saying that.
No.
But I'm not, right? My father's very religious, very religious. But that's to a certain degree. I believe in energy, and that's kind of spiritual to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's different kinds.
Yeah, sure. And so I wish I had somebody's belief in me when I was starting to fuel my fire. Right, my mentors were YouTube.
I tried.
No, you did. You helped me.
Every
You told me
time
how
we-
good.
yeah,
You told me how
yeah.
good. I appreciate all the positivity I was getting. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to get a pity me story right now. But what I'm saying is like, if I had somebody like a straight mentor, somebody that was just a lot of ums and ahs. Thank you. Now, what do you mean now?
A lot less.
Oh, a lot less.
Lot
Oh, I
less.
didn't read. See, I'm real. They used to call me Ryan. You can't read in high school, so I apologize for that. I missed.
Now I'm self-conscious with the ums and the ahs.
Oh, they're bad. They're bad. Last year I did a video.
Hopefully I'm doing a good job.
Last year I did a video for the 10X Growth Con, and Matt Monero was giving away tickets. I'm getting ready to see Matt Monero here in a couple weeks, but he was giving away tickets, and in giving away tickets, he had to do a video about why you wanted the tickets, and I counted. I think I did like 47 ums and ahs in a 2-minute video.
You should have just went.
Shit was weak. So anyways, guys, I wish that I had that mentor, that motivation, and that little bit of fire that I absolutely needed. And with that though, with Zoe, man, I knew there was a lot of potential. And one thing that I want to give Zoe credit for is that Zoe never ever gave me a pushback on age, right? I may look older for some reason. What's a night, like, I don't want to say Mexican, that's mean.
Oh no, it's Mexican heritage.
No, this what do they say? Latino,
Hispanic,
Hispanic, heritage.
I'm proud of my Mexican
Yeah,
heritage.
no, I get it. I just didn't want to say it wrong. So, or
No,
say
it's
it like
not.
negative, with negative content, right? So, but his Latino heritage, it does him well, because obviously us Italians don't age as well. And so, Lorenzo, Lorenzo, how old are you?
I am 39.
Woo!
Yeah.
Shit. So, anyways, I'm just joking with him. I'm 28.
That's
guys.
why I want insurance.
So
I'm getting to the geriatric age here.
Yeah, I'm 28, and so one big thing is that like Zoe never was just like, I'm gonna listen to this young punk kid, You know what I mean? When I was like, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. You can do this. Like, that was never a factor. And with some people, man, they look at, we had an agent leave us not too long ago. My wife is 23 years old. And we had an agent leave because my wife's a manager at our place of work. And boy, dude, she makes sure we run a tight ship over there. You can't slack with April on the watch over there. And so this lady that was roughly in her mid 40s to 50s had this 23-year-old young lady like telling her what the fuck was up, and that's hard for people.
Well, when I first got into the industry, you know, it was the same way for me. You have to almost prove yourself. Well, you have to prove yourself. You have to prove your worth. You have to prove your skill set, and make people recognize that you're the real deal. So I mean, I messed up. I have, but, you know, a lot of people, they will remember that more often than they do the good stuff that you do. So you just got to push through it. You got to keep driving forward and just making yourself presentable and professional.
Yeah.
You know, I've done a lot of the classic cars in the area, and you know, I pride myself in that they approach me on that because I've been in the industry for that long. Would they have brought those classic vehicles to me when I first started out? Probably not. Probably not. But you know, that's what you do when you're in an area where you just got to keep growing and just pushing through and I lost my train of thought.
I knew that was coming.
You see that?
I saw it in his eyes.
I saw Rob come up and I was like, oh, what's he doing?
I'm getting used to this. So, guys, we're doing some videos. We're doing some trailer stuff now. I'm getting ready to launch my business coaching and motivational speaking aspect of the career. And so I do have Mr. Rob Sapp. He's following me around. He's been in my office. We're doing some videos. We're doing some content. If you guys need some media stuff done, dude, Ugly Badger, man. These guys are crazy.
Absolutely.
They put out some amazing content. You've seen one of the pictures we had the other day. That picture made me look good. So I'm not that good looking in real life. This is a true story. Abby, I'm gonna address you in a second.
I think that was Photoshopped.
Hang on,
though.
one moment. It was not Photoshopped. Rude. Anyways, my kids go. I get home. April's right there. She laughed. My 7-year-old son and my Aiden and Brady, my twins, 4 years old. I show them that picture. Rob sends me the picture. I'm super excited about it. I show my wife. My twins goes, Daddy, that's not you. I said, that is too mean. They go, he looks like he's got muscles and he don't got no glasses. And I said, it was my.
Were you sad?
No, I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. I said, I am. I used to be fat.
Yeah, push through it.
Anyways, we're just joking a little bit. But anyway, so Abby, I appreciate that shout out. Listen, Abby Carnahan, she's with Keystone. She's been with Keystone a while now, and she's over a year. What I love about Abby is I'll tell this story. I don't know if she likes it when I tell it or not, but Abby failed her life and health state Michigan exam 7 times.
And she's still stupid.
Nah, shut up. Don't be mean. So, anyways, she
up on the mic.
Right. She failed her test 7 times, and guys, that's a hard test, man. That stuff is not easy at all to get through. And at any given time, she could have gave up and been completely done. And she kept grinding, she kept working, she kept doing all the things that she needed to do. And now her first year, I'm curious to see what I 1099 her. I'm pretty sure she did over 6 figures very first year, and she had 1 month. One single month, she made over $40,000, and that was under 6 months, right? And so I like to bring her. I get excited talking about it. I start talking faster, get louder, sit up straighter. I get all pumped up. Anyways, but what I'm talking about here is she could have at any one of those times when she failed her test 7 times, she could have given up. Right. And I love bringing her in to talk to our new agents about what she went through, the mindset she was going through, and if she regretted one fucking attempt. And she never does, because she's killing it now. She wouldn't be the person she was today, especially with the personal growth stuff we go through. But guys, make sure you're liking, share the stream. We got some good viewers on here.
Mike's got a comment here. What's the next comfort zone push? This right here was my comfort zone push here. I was kind of nervous doing this. I thought I wasn't. I thought I was good until you start getting in front of all the lights.
Get all the lights. We got 5, 6 lights in here. We got cameras. We got sound equipment, man. We got a legit ass setup. I appreciate my boy Rob Sapp for doing it. He contributed a lot of his equipment too, and we got a real good setup. And so this is something that is it takes a little bit to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Jared Stark goes, I wasn't nervous until I sat in front of the lights. The first time I had Tommy Gunn on this podcast, our very first podcast. Tommy Gunn goes, man, it's your podcast and you're more nervous than I am. I said, boy, it's our first one, dude. I'm like, I'm way nervous, but now I have a lot of fun. And
it went off without a hitch, man. It was good.
hitch.
Yeah, it was a good podcast.
So, guys, I hope that you're appreciating some of the content that we're dropping on you guys. I appreciate everybody that's viewing. Make sure that you give the page a like. Even if you don't share the video, give the page a like. We appreciate all the support we get. We support local. Guys, also, we are wanting more people to come on the podcast. We have local business people that are going through stuff. We had Alex that is going through her cancer, overcoming cancer. We just got a lot of people from a lot of unique walks of life. And so if you know somebody that should be on the podcast that you want me to reach out to, maybe that I haven't met yet, do that, right? Absolutely do that. I look at my phone a lot. I don't know why. I'm looking for comments to come in and stuff, and I should be looking at the camera. I apologize if I look like I'm not paying attention to you. Don't be a little bitch, Grant Cardone. I like that. Huh?
Don't be a little bitch.
Mike Escalera, don't be a little bitch, Grant Cardone. Mike Meeker wants on here. We'll get you on here, Meeker, dude. We'll get you on here. I went to, it's crazy. Like, I just see Meeker tonight, and I haven't seen Meeker, it's been years. We went to high school here. We played football. You remember we played like 6th and 7th grade football together. This motherfucker was an ogre back in the day. Oh, yeah, dude. He was an ogre back in the day. He was tall as shit. And we played football together. I broke my arm like one of the last games of the year. Old Jeremy Kelly and all of us used to be on the team. That's crazy. It's a long time ago. So I've known Mike Meeker longer than I've known you. And I just ran into him, working with Rob Sapp. Now I run into him.
Small world for sure, man.
From the hood of Meeson. He's from the hood of Meeson, dude. Jared Stark. Would you Jared graduate together?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
close.
yeah. Jared Stark is. I love Jared Stark. We had him out here. He was a little nervous, clammed up. We're getting a couple more beers in him. I'll open it up. But guys, you got anything? Listen, we're gonna wrap up the podcast. We're gonna end the podcast tonight. And I appreciate everybody's time. I appreciate all the support. I'm gonna ask you this.
Thank you. Next Level Performance. Check us out.
Yeah, check us out. We do some
Facebook,
crazy
you
shit.
can
We
go
do a
ahead
lot of
and
fun
come
stuff.
on in.
Let me ask you this, Lorenzo. For anybody.
Ask away.
For anybody that's in a position in life, or maybe they're not in a position in life yet, but if one time approaches them where they're in the position in life where you're on the edge and you're getting ready to take that leap of faith, where you're getting ready to get out of your comfort zone. I want to add this real quick. When you get out of your comfort zone, guys, you start finding results. Okay? When you get out of your comfort zone, you start finding results. I'm not out of beer yet. I'm not out of beer yet, Charlie. I love you. I'm gonna get Charles on here too. When he's in town, my boy Charles, I love this guy. He was one of my biggest supporters when I was doing the fucking Dancing with the Stars, and I was all worried I wasn't gonna do good. Charles come in and showed me how to do the moves I should be doing. Charles is a good guy, but we'll get Charles on here too. But if you have somebody that's on the edge, man, and they are they're nervous about what they're gonna do, or they're thinking about starting their own company, or they just need a little more, and it has to do with getting out of their comfort zone. What would you tell them?
I would tell them that you only live once. You don't know what's going to happen until you actually try it. It's scary as hell. It is, because you could lose a lot, or you don't lose anything. But most people, they don't jump out of that comfort zone because they have a lot to lose.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be very, very scary until you actually do it. And it opens your mind up to doing different things, approaching different situations. Because now you have to do this stuff in order to make things work. You have to think about
put your back up against the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's what I'm doing now is just focusing on what it's going to take for this to work.
We're going to make it work.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's working already. We just need to grow. We need to expand. And with your support and with other people's support, local support, we can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cody Woodring gave us a shout out, said that the guys at Next Level do great with their quality. Cody Woodring, I appreciate it. Cody Woodring is a good friend of mine. My truck, by the way, Cody, goes into the shop Friday because you ran into it, backed into it, and then I think you ran into it again. It's all right, though. I love you. Goes into the shop on Friday to get fixed. Cody owns K&M, and those guys put up M&K. Man, I do that all the time.
And I agreed with K&M when you said that.
Yeah.
It is M&K.
Cody owns M&K, man. They put out some amazing work. They partner really, really well with Next Level and what we do. They do all sorts of service work, so we'll give you guys a little plug. And then Mike Escalera, getting out of your comfort zone. You'll find talents you never knew you had. That's exactly
Absolutely.
true, man. That's you have faith in yourself you never knew. Well, I'll make you find talents you never even thought you had. I told Zell, pull that motor out. He said, what the hell am I doing? I said, pull it out. Like, get it out of there. So, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice on this. If you are going to get out of your comfort zone, that's great. If you have fear in you, if you have a little bit of nervousness, that's a good sign, guys. Results come when you have fear. But let me tell you this. If you start a journey, make sure that you have the support of somebody, whether it's your loved one, whether it's one of your best friends, whether it's one of your good friends, whether it's a coworker, whether it's your children if they're grown up enough, or your father, your grandfather. Have the support of somebody, because there's going to be days when shit is rough, when it is tough, when you're down and you're getting beat the fuck up with a lot of problems, and you're going to need somebody to have your back. Guys,
I'm glad you've always been there for me.
I got you.
I know you do.
You got no option. We grind so hard. We got nothing.
Absolutely.
No opportunity or opportunity. No option but success, guys. I hope you have a great night. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
God bless.